Born in 1945 in Pittsburgh, Kansas, Dennis Rader went on to live a double life. Devoted family and company man by day, he also terrorized the Wichita, Kansas area as the BTK killer for bind, torture, kill. With 10 murders and brazen correspondence with authorities between 1974 and 1991, Rader pleaded guilty to all of the charges on June 27, 2005. As part of his plea, he gave the horrifying details of his crimes in court. Many observers noted that he described the gruesome events without any sign of remorse or emotion. His neighbors and fellow church members were stunned by the news, unable to believe the man they knew was a serial killer that hunted the area for so long. Rader was sent to El Dorado Correctional Facility to serve his 10 life sentences.
How could a guy like me, church member, raised with family, think about do those sort of things? What's the dark side of me? It kind of controls me. I think it's the demons that live there.
He was the oldest of 4 sons. He enjoyed a seemingly normal childhood, reportedly masking such disturbing behavior as hanging stray animals. On January 15, 1974, Rader strangled to death 4 members of the Ontario family in their Wichita home before leaving with a watch and a radio. Strangulation and severe taking would become part of his pattern of behavior. He also left semen at the scene and later said that he derived sexual pleasure from killing. The notorious 15-year-old son, Charlie, came home later that day and discovered the bodies. On April 4, 1974, he waited in the apartment of a young woman named Captain Bright before stabbing and strangling her when she returned home. Rader also twice shot her brother Kevin, though he survived. Kevin later described Rader as an average-sized guy, bushy mustache, and psychotic eyes, according to Times Magazine article. In October 1974, Rader placed a letter in the public library book in which he took responsibility for killing the Ontarios. Rader wrote, "It's hard to control myself. You probably call me psychotic with a sexual provision hang-up." He warned that he would strike again, noting the code words for me will be bind them, torture them, kill them, BTK. The initials stuck. In one of his many letters to the Knuckle-Loos, he made allusion to other notorious killers, including Ted Bundy and David Berkowitz, also known as the Son of Sam. After several years without a known crime, Rader killed his neighbor Maureen Hedge on April 27, 1985. Her body was found days later on the side of the road. The following year, he killed Vicky Wurgler in her home. His final known victim, Dolores Davis, was taken from her home on January 19, 1991.
With many news stories marking the 30th anniversary of the Ontario murders, BTK resurfaced in 2004. Rader sent local media outlets and authorities several letters filled with items related to his crimes, including pictures, a word puzzle, and an outline for the BTK story. He also left packages with clues, including a computer disk that ultimately led authorities to Rader's church. Investigators also noticed his white van on security tapes of some of the package drop-off areas and cemented their case by obtaining a DNA sample from Rader's daughter.